Stop you for just a second. There we go. It might be a little loud tonight. I've got some eggs in the incubator behind me, and they are on lockdown, so I don't want to move it. So it'll be a little loud, but bear with me here. Welcome. We try to do this every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We try to go live and do a live question and answer. I have been missing or MIA the past couple of weeks. I was on vacation one week, and then it was my son's birthday last week. And we are back, so we're going to get back on schedule. I do have a couple of announcements, not very many, and then we will get right into the question portion of our live. Give me just a second. All right, so if you've not been to one of our lives before, welcome. We're very happy you're here. We try to make this as fun and informative as possible. We do a couple fun things here every Sunday. If you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where all the quail people are at in the world. So that's a lot of fun. If you've hatched any eggs from us in the past week and have not let me know the numbers, feel free to let me know. I will write down the numbers for our records. Currently we're sitting at about a 74.1% hatch rate, so we're continuously going up, which is very nice. I've got a person that we sent 3,000 eggs to. He went in lockdown on Friday, so I should be getting those in. That'll help our numbers quite a bit. He did candle instead of, I think he said like 89% was fully developed, so that's pretty good. I've got some good videos coming for you this next week. One is fly prevention. It is that time, everybody. You're going to see a lot of flies around your quail and other animals. So we're going to try to help you with that. I've also got a video on the Govee. Hopefully that will help you. And then the Brencia review will be done. Lockdown was yesterday, so I'll have that by the end of the week. So we got a lot of good videos coming your way, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of good videos coming your way, and we're obviously going to continue to do all about the color videos. Also on our lives, we try to be kind and friendly to one another. This is a community that gets together once a week and really tries to support one another, educate one another, and have fun with one another. So if you can, let's be kind in the comments and support me by just hitting the like button. It is free, doesn't cost you anything, makes me feel like I'm doing something useful, and I would greatly appreciate it. Now, if you did miss right when we started, we just got a bunch of new people. If you want to let us know where you're from, it's always interesting to see where you're at. And then if you've hatched any eggs from us and not given us the hatch rate, feel free to do so as well. But obviously, this is a live Q&A. So ask your questions about Coturnix quail, whether it's selling, raising, hatching, breeding, I don't know, whatever questions you got about quail, and I will help you out as much as I can. We've got 3 major projects going on the farm right now. One I am not at liberty to discuss just yet. The second is Maggie, our Great Dane, is pregnant, and she is massive. So it is like any day now. We thought it was going to be last night. Turned out not to be, but she's starting to, I don't know, nest today. I don't know. She's like in the yard and, you know, digging a hole, and so it's most likely going to be in the middle of the night tonight. But last time she had, I think, 15 puppies. One was a stillborn. And that's a lot of Great Danes considering we already have 3. So 8 would be nice, but she's big, and she's bigger than what she was last time. I mean, she's big. So we got that going on. And Quail Con, if you don't know what that is a convention that we are hosting here at Myshire Farm in September. Tickets are going fast. Make sure you check that out on our website, myshirefarm.com. It's a 2-day convention that we're having here. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have a dinner for everybody with quail and a pig roast. We're going to have all kinds of master classes and workshops. We're going to have a butcher workshop with Jasmine, Time and Timber. We're going to have master classes with safety with Melanie Ward and her husband. We're also going to have aviary setups. We're going to have tours in the barn. We're going to have Linda Easton Waller talking about quail for profit. I'm going to be talking about quail for profit and other things like that. We're going to have Chris from Slightly Rednecked here. We're going to have Verna Young, which is one of our admins on here. She's going to talk about the basics of Coturnix quail. Ed Got Bait, which is the other admin, is all set on his table. He's going to be showing crafts to you guys where you can make crafts of the quail and the eggs and sell them. He does a fantastic job with that. We're going to have, you know, someone with the kids. We're going to have bouncy houses. We're going to have a craft shop with the kids. We're going to have, I mean, the list goes on and on. I cannot tell you how much stuff we've got going on. I've got a video about it, but there's so much stuff. Tickets are $50 a piece, and then the dinner, I believe, is $20 if you want to do the dinner, but there will be a food truck here, and then we're going to have vendors and a bunch of really cool surprises that we'll be getting to, but I am starting to work on that. That is a very massive undertaking as far as scheduling and planning and calling and this, that, and the other. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Other than that, I think we're good to go. I've wasted enough of your time. Make sure you check out Quail Con. The tickets, again, on our website. We'd love to see you. We're going to be tours of the barn. We're going to be selling eggs same day as they're laid. It's a whole lot of fun. And also Quail University. I did not get the email today, I don't believe, but of the graduates, but we are having graduates every week with Quail University. We have 100% I guess customer feedback, you know, like, you know, how they rate us on Google and things like that. It's going extremely well. It's a course that you can take, and it's literally has everything in there for you to be successful with racing Coturnix quail. Jasmine and myself do Zoom classes every week that you can sign up for one-on-ones or a small group setting, things like that. But it's going extremely well, so make sure you check out quailuniversity.com as well. I think that is all the announcements. Let's get into the comments and the questions. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That is what I'm getting into now. I have wasted plenty of your time. But before I go any further, I'm going to take a drink, and it is Father's Day, so to all the fathers out there, or all the single mothers out there, happy Father's Day. I hope you have a good one. Ed Got Bait is in the house. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Again, Ed Got Bait and Vase Place will be blue in the comments section. That's my incubator. They're the admins on here. They help out quite a bit behind the scenes and in the quail community, so thank you very much for all you do. Feathered Connections Homestead is in the house, says hey. Second comment, who's all joining us for Quail Con 2023? Did you order your t-shirts yet? They're now in adult, youth, toddler, and baby onesies. Tank tops coming within the next 24 hours. That's very cool. There's a Facebook group called Quail Con 2023. Seems fitting and appropriate, right? And Feather Connections Homestead is selling Quail Con shirts, so you want to check those out as well. Let's see. Souls in a Bottle's in the house from Maine. Welcome. We're glad you're here. It says my eggs started hatching today. That's very exciting. 54 went into lockdown. Only 6 didn't make it. That is wonderful to hear. I wish you all the best, and it sounds like you're doing great. So keep it up and good luck, and obviously keep me posted. Let's see. C-Mex is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. C-Mex says, I was wondering where to send that info. Wasn't able to send my last round into him. Have 180 in the incubator now, though. We'll let him know next week. Absolutely. So if you have hatched eggs from us, my phone number is on the website. You can text me on there, or, you know, jump on a live real quick and let me know the number is there as well. You can also email us, which that contact is on the website as well. We try to be as accessible as possible, but it takes us a while to get back to everybody, that's for sure. Nikki James is in the house from Missouri. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Can't wait to see you guys at Quail Con. C-Mex says, evening, Myshire Farm. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Sharon from Tampa, Florida is in the house. welcome. Vase Play says, welcome back, Zach. Thank you very much. Aiden Castro's in the house. Welcome. Let's see. Nana's a Nerd is in the house from Central Illinois. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Maria's in the house from Utah. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Lester Ernst is in the house from South Louisiana. And Tony from Toronto. Aiden from California. And Aaron from South Louisiana. Welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here. Jose Soto's in the house. Jay from Very Nice Farms in South Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. Danielle's in the house from Northern Kentucky, not too far away. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Amanda from New Jersey is in the house, and D. Melton from Texas. Welcome both. Daniel is in the house from Ohio. Welcome. I'm in Ohio. George said 67 out of 116 mixed standard 360 incubator dry hatch. Not too bad. Oh, I don't want to write on that. Don't want to write on that. Hold on. There we go. Let's see, 116. So you would have ordered 110. So 67 out of 110. Oops, that's just 10. That's not a. Forgot the 1. 110, and you said mix. Not too bad at all. Congratulations. Glad that worked out. You must have a lot of 360 incubators to hold 116. That's awesome. Sharon's in the house. Welcome. Sean is in the house. Sean and Jeff of Southern Dreams Farm in Outer Banks of North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Gene is in the house from Central Texas. Welcome. Vanguard is in the house from Georgetown, Texas. And David Lister from Oklahoma is in the house. Welcome, everybody. I did not mention this. I actually even wrote myself a note in big letters, and I missed it completely. I did tell, I get probably 3 to 4 texts a day minimum about how long things take if they order. So as far as live birds go, we did sell out this week. We had about 6 sets on the website, but we did sell out of those. We are hatching literally 6,000 chicks. They go into lockdown this coming up Friday. 80% of those are all going to be for sale once they're 3 weeks old. So live quail are in. We're just waiting for them to be fully feathered to ship. As far as hatching eggs go, anything other than jumbo wilds are about a week, maybe a week and a half. And jumbo wilds are about 2.5 to 3 weeks right now. So anything other than jumbo wild hatching eggs, you'll go out in about a week to a week and a half. Jumbo wilds are about 2.5 to 3 weeks. And all the live quail you want will be available on the website in about a week. So make sure you check that out, because we'll be putting them on the website early so that we can start preparing. I did forget to mention that. I apologize. Amanda's in the house from New Jersey. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. Gene from Central Texas is in the house. Oh dear God. Michael's in the house from Indiana. My eggs have hatched, 35 1 week alive. That's wonderful to hear. Congratulations. If you ordered from me, let me know how many you ordered and what kind you ordered, and I will be happy to write that down for you. But hopefully that was a great hatch for you, so good luck. D. Melton says, can't wait for the fly prevention video. They're horrible around our place in Texas. Absolutely. I also have a video on how to hold quail. I got quite a bit of requests for that as well, so I'll get that done this week as well. So we really do have a lot of really cool videos coming out this week that's really going to help a lot of people. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them. Victor says, I ordered eggs on the 27th of May, but I have not received it in the mail. You can feel free to text me your order number and we'll take a look, but if they're jumbos, I would assume this week or next. Mr. T94 is in the house from Zanesville, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Teresa from Vermont is in the house. I'll have numbers for you as soon as I have a day of hatching tomorrow. Praying it's a great number. Absolutely. Good luck. I wish you all the best, and obviously keep me posted. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask now. Angela's in the house, says, I'm a fairly new subscriber and this is my first live. Well, welcome, we're glad you're here. I'm from South Carolina. I'm new to quail keeping. I was donated some eggs a few months ago and incubated them. I have 8 quail so far. That is wonderful. They probably did not tell you this, so I'll give you the most important information that you can have is they're addicting. So that 8 is going to turn into 80 like real fast. So you're not alone. Everybody on here should be in Quail Anonymous. It's just how it goes. But welcome to the club. We're glad you're here. Maria says, I did text you, but you were on vacation. Okay, I did not see those, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Forked Oak Farm is in the house from Missouri. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Phillips in the house says, I got 14 out of the 25 with 13 alive after 3 days. That's wonderful to hear. If you can let me know what kind, if you're still on, I'd greatly appreciate it. As far as what kind you ordered. Vase Play says, oh, that's what I wanted to hear, Zach. Love Maggie. Yep, our Great Dane should be having puppies any second. George says, 360 was not rotating for the first 44 days. How does this affect the hatch? You can probably get away with it for a little bit. I would assume you mean 14 days, not 44. If you have them in for 44 days, they're not going to hatch. But you can have issues as far as them being weak or deformed, or that's mainly the 2 big ones. Could be the possibility. Mainly you want to rotate daily, multiple times a day, so that the air stack stays on top and so that they're not just on one side. If you keep them on one side, there's a possibility that they're literally going to be stuck to the egg when they're hatching. So if you're moving them around, it's a lot better practice. It's a crapshoot when they don't rotate, so you should be fine. But there is a possibility that a couple will be either weak or deformed when they hatch. Wyatt Higgs is in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. Souls in a Bottle says, hey Zach, my jumbo mix egg started hatching today. The first one was out at 4 p.m. So once I got a final number, I will let you know the numbers. Absolutely, please do. The Creekside Homestead's in the house. Chicks started hatching this morning in a 360 incubator. How long do you wait before putting in the brooder? 24 hours. So once the first one hatches, you open up the incubator. 24 hours later, take the dry ones out, leave the wet ones in, and then the next 24 hours, open up the incubator, take the dry ones out, leave the wet ones in, and keep doing that. Really wanted to get hatching eggs out to make room. Absolutely, I understand that. So 24 hours. Dane is in the house. Hello from Georgia. Had an awesome hatch last Sunday. 83 out of 120 BTA. I love that. 83 out of 110 BTA. There was more. 90 out of 120 SSC. 90 out of 110 SSC. I'm liking those numbers. That's great. Congratulations. I'm definitely addicted to the whole quail thing, and it's all your fault, Zach. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have a disclaimer on the website and the YouTube channel and everything, but I'm afraid that you guys wouldn't try it. It's really fun, so just do it. Maria says, good evening, Zach and family. Happy to inform that out of 60, 50 originally ordered of Jumbo Wild, we have a hatch of 37. 37 out of 50. Wild. That is wonderful to hear. With 4 totally went to term but never hatched, they die in the egg. Things like it happens. That's not something that, it's not too big of a deal. I mean, you're going to have that when you're raising animals. You did great. Congratulations. Thank you for letting me know. You did a great hatch, and keep up the good work. Wyatt says, I need another app to sell on because I'm not in the best area. It's not very popular area. You could, but since it's not in a great area, that means it's prime. It is prime for you to go out there. Start knocking on doors, going to businesses, going to nail salons, Asian markets, farmers markets, reptile owners, falconers, associations, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's prime for the taking. So it really depends on how you look at it. Andy says, Happy Father's Day to you too, Zach. Thank you very much. Witch Doctor, thank you very much for Father's Day. Ryu Cat 317 says, I'm really hoping to go to Quail Con. I'm trying to find someone to go with me to help with gas. There you go. We'd love for you to be here. And tickets will be on sale between now and August 1st. So we've got about a month and a half left, so that's pretty exciting. Danielle says, I am concerned my garage will be too hot for my chicks hatching in a couple days. It's detached and uninsulated, and sunny days are very hot. Will they be okay, or should I bring them inside the house? Nope, they'll be fine out there. Not a big deal at all. We used a little lean-to when we first started, and then we moved to a two-car garage that was uninsulated and had to put electric in there and all that. And it was detached as well. Not a big deal at all. I'm a Rats in the House. I was wondering what the best temperature to hatch quail is in your opinion. 99.5. I've actually got a playlist on our YouTube channel called The Hatching Process. I would highly recommend checking that out. It'll give you a lot of more insight than just the specific numbers. But 99.5 is what you want to do for the temp. Susan's in the house. I so want to go to the class. I'm assuming you're talking about Quail Con. We'd love for you to come as well. There's going to be so many amazing speakers, workshop, master classes, games, and vendors. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. Philip's in the house. I do have 2 that didn't make it out all the way. Yeah, 2. You're going to have some that just, didn't make it. Susan says, hi from Little Quail Hut in Jackson, Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Kay's in the house from mid-Missouri. Bought quail rails and didn't notice till day 12 that the larger eggs were not turning. They are turning now. Do you think that will be okay? You'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Make sure you turn them the next couple of days. Since they're going to be larger eggs, I don't think you're going to have an issue at all. You're going to be fine. I wouldn't even stress about it. Don't even think twice about it. You're going to be completely fine. Kevin's in the house, says, hey Zach, I ordered 50 jumbo wild and 50 jumbo mix. You sent me 120 eggs. Hatched 80, just ordered 160 more eggs this past Tuesday. 80 out of 110. I like that number as well. I did it again. I'm out of practice, everybody. 80 out of 110 jumbo and jumbo mix. Jumbo mix. So we'll just say 40 out of right. Oops, got it. That's wonderful. Great numbers. I'm loving those numbers. So congratulations. You did a great job. Thank you very much for letting me know. And welcome. Hickabilly LLC's in the house. Says, hi, Zach and chat. I want to share with you, Zach, that my hen Belle is still alive, but from my observation, she is having trouble breathing. Her beak turns blue when she has episodes. She breathes better. That's good to hear. Yeah, putting her outside in fresh air probably would help. I don't know what the cause of that would be. Unfortunately, I've not really seen that before, especially the beak turning colors. I don't have any other suggestions on what she could do. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. Good luck, though. John F. is in the house, says, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Glad you're here. Lorraine says, hi. I am new to quail, and I just got my notification that my eggs will be delivered on Tuesday. They have been in transit since Friday. Will they be okay? Not a problem at all. They actually didn't go out on Friday. They go out on Saturday because I don't ship Friday. We printed the label on Friday. So they were shipped Saturday, and they were laid Saturday. So yeah, you'll be completely fine. Not an issue at all. Joshua, and good luck. Good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Joshua Hill says, in my area, the market is full of jumbo brown, Egyptians, and whites. I would like to sell other jumbos like Manchurians, Rosettas, etc. What's the best way to make those lines into jumbos? Well, if you got about 7 to 10 years, you got it. Making Manchurian or Rosetta jumbos consistently will literally take years to do, and very specific breeding. Now you can do the jumbo sex links, you can do jumbo white wings. I wouldn't focus on the jumbos. If you're wanting to be different, then I would do like the fee colors or the rare colors. You know, I'd go with the pearls, fab fees, Egyptian fees, growl fees, things like that. They're going to pop and stand out to other people. They'll be standard, so they're not going to be jumbo, but they're going to be much more productive than the jumbo layers, meaning they're going to lay more eggs for you, faster for you. You know, they're going to be a bigger turnaround for you. That's what I would recommend. You can get Manchurians or Rosettas to get to jumbo size, but keeping them to jumbo size is a whole different ballgame. And you would need at least 3 generations to find out if they are jumbo, and if they're consistently jumbo, you're talking at least about working on them for at least a year before you could even advertise them as jumbos. And most likely, from my experience, it's going to take a lot longer than that because they lose size very easily. Grim says, my wife cooked quail for my Father's Day lunch. That's awesome. Happy Father's Day. Dr. Connie's in the house from Florida. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Delaney is in the house from Meeks County, Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. Dr. Connie Nones is in the house. Welcome. Deb is in the house. Welcome. Yud P says, I ordered 25 mix, hatched 18. Not too bad numbers. Happy to hear it. Congratulations, and thanks for letting me know. Diana Tuttle from Tut Farms is in the house. Says, sitting outside, beautiful here in Kansas after a nice inch of rain. Very cool. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Roll Thorn is in the house from Guinea. I'm new to hatching quail. Well, good luck. We've got a lot of videos on our website. Like I said, we have a playlist called All About the... No, we don't. I mean, we do, but the playlist that you would want is the hatching process. That will give you a lot of info as far as just the hatching goes to get you down pat to have the best results. So I'd recommend checking that out. But good luck, welcome, and we're glad you're here. Jose Soto's in the house. Any website or book for outdoor aviary design? Heat is taking a toll of birds. Multiple exhaust fans are not working. I am looking to relocate birds to outside aviary for better air circulation. They usually don't need it. I mean, it gets real hot in our barn. They do fine. But if you want to move them, that's completely up to you. The aviary information I could give you would be a YouTube channel. It would be called Sow and Tare, SOW and TARE. She raises Coturnix quail. She does a live every Monday. And she does aviary settings, has luck with broody hens and things like that. I would check out her stuff to see what she does to get you the best up-to-date info for someone that's doing it right now. John F. is in the house, says, can I freeze the quail then process them later, or do I need to process first then freeze? What's the best way? No, you would need to process then freeze. You would not want to. That would be real bad. You do not want to freeze and then process. So no, you would want to process then freeze. Thomas is in the house from Texas, new to quail. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and that is why we're here. ADR's in the house, says, hi Zach, our 2 hatches from your eggs have been 10-4 and 12-7 rooster to hen ratio. Is there something we should change to get more hens? Nope, it's completely a crapshoot, nothing you can do about it. If you could determine the sex of a quail other than using sex links, which you still can't control the male to female ratio, you just know on day 1 whether male or female, I would be rich. So that's not a thing. You can't determine how many you get of each. It usually averages out to be 50-50, maybe 60-40, 60 males, 40 hens. But yeah, it all varies. I mean, I got a text today that said they hatched out, I don't remember. I think they said they hatched out 37 Egyptians, and every single one of them was a hen. A little hard for me to believe, but I mean, it does happen. And then there's other times where somebody will say, I got 20 out of 30 hatch and all of them are males but one. I mean, it's really a crapshoot. Nothing you can do about it. C-Mex says, sorry, I had to step away, so I'm still catching up, but just wanted to say I'm excited about the Quail Con. Already got ours situated. That is wonderful to hear. We can't wait to have you here, and it's going to be a lot of fun, for sure. Ruby says, hi, Zach. My final hatch was 14 out of 25 of the Jumbo Wilds. Not too bad. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't get any more, so I have 7 roosters and 1 pen and 1 rooster with 6 hens. Can I just order some hens? Hens will be available on the website in about a week once they hatch, and then we'll be shipping them at 3 weeks old. So about a week, but I'll be doing a YouTube video as soon as I put them on the website. Deb is in the house, says, congratulations on the hatch. Deb says, ours are 3 weeks old, got 19 out of the 25 hatched. That is wonderful news. I like those numbers. Let's see. Deb Plorable, if you're still on, if you could let me know what kind you ordered, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I didn't bore you out of the comments yet. Dr. Connie says, I learned how to make homemade quail egg pasta this week. Very cool. That's exciting. Deb from Nevada is in the house. David says, we have 75 of our own jumbos in our little giant. Lockdown will be July 2nd, so they will have their own Independence Day celebration. Absolutely. Very cool. Good luck to you on that. Victor says, what's the number to text you? It is on our website at myshirefarm.com. It'll be at the bottom of the website. Angela says, glad to be here. Well, thank you very much. We're happy you're here. For Zoo Florida is in the house. Darby from Brooksville, Florida is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jumbo Wilds was the 19 out of the 25s. That is wonderful to hear. Ow. Philip says they were the Wilds. That was what else I was looking for. Not too bad. Thank you. Let's see. For Zoo Florida says, sometimes my quail get poo balls on their toes. They are in 1/2-inch hardware with a square of carpet and a dust box. Is this common? I would highly recommend you take the carpet out. The problem is they poop, eat, and drink all in the same spot. So the poop and the food gets wet because it's by the water. Either they'll carry it to the water or it's next to it, and then it hardens on their feet. Especially if you've got a solid flooring. So I would take the carpet out. That should help a lot. If you want to get the poo balls off, the best thing to do is run it under lukewarm water for about 30 seconds and flick it like you're flicking a quarter in the air, and it should come right off. If you don't catch it in enough time, it will damage the toe because it cuts off circulation, obviously, and they'll usually lose the toe. They can still walk around, they'll still behave, they'll still lay for you, but they won't look as nice. And I would recommend going to 1-inch by 1/2-inch wire. That will help as well. Susan says, yes, on the disclaimer, Quail Math is a real thing. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. John F. says, I have 27 quail total. A few boys need process. My goal is still 30 with maybe 2 boys. That is awesome. Good luck to you. And you're well on your way there. Vay's Place says, how many tickets are left? I think there's like, I don't know, like 205 or something like that. I don't remember. There's still plenty of tickets left, but we got a month and a half left before I take them off. Deb says, we have 3-week-old Jumbo Wild, 10 males and 8 females. How should I split them as my cages can hold 13? I would do 2 cages of 4 females and 1 male is what I would do. And then put the males in a separate cage. If not, then you could do 8 females and 2 males in a cage, and then the other cage put all the extra males till they're ready to butcher. Ryu Cat 317 says, I dry age my rabbit meat in the fridge after processing before freezing. Do I need to do that for quail when I process them? No, you do not. You can just throw them right. I mean, you could do either one, but Either one's fine. Shelly says, I'm thinking of using a sponge during lockdown to keep the humidity up. Any specific sponge type? Nope, not at all. If you got eggs from us, you can actually take that foamer and cut off a piece. And that works great as a sponge. But yeah, any sponge will do. It's not picky. A. Jones is in the house. Says, hello, checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Welcome, we're glad you're here. George says, Govee is way off from 360 incubators, have not calibrated givers. Govee is 99.5, 360 is 104 degrees issue. Govee is way off. Oh, you typed it twice. I don't trust incubators. I would go with Govee, but it also sounds like you have a major issue with the incubator. I would insulate the incubator with a blanket, try to help keep the temp in. Usually if it's at 104 degrees on the Govee, it's usually because there's a circulation issue or the heat is getting out, which means I want to say furnace. The heat plate is constantly running to keep up with the lost heat that's going out. So I would insulate it, and hopefully your 360 would come down. Deb says, so just split them up evenly across my 2 cages, so 9 in each cage, and then 8 to 10 weeks dispatch some males. That sounds okay. I wouldn't split them up. You've got too many males, so I would do I think you said you had 8 females, so I do the 8 females and 2 males in one cage, put the rest of the males in the separate cage, which would give you 8, and then butcher at 8 weeks old. I do recommend butchering at 8 and not 10 weeks. You're going to get a much more bang for your buck if you do it at 8. They do grow weight between 8 and 10 weeks old. However, between the feed you're using, the time you're taking to take care of them for an extra 2 weeks, it is not worth that extra weight. I would just butcher them at 8 weeks old and be done with them. Lorraine says, what would be another good jumbo line to raise? We were looking for eggs and meat mostly. The jumbo white wings are really impressive. If you're looking for meat, the jumbo whites are really good. I actually just did all about the colors on the jumbo Egyptians, the jumbo whites, and the jumbo white wings. It gives you all the numbers as far as average egg size, how many they lay a year, what they look like, how to sex them, average weight at full maturity. I would check those out and see which one you seem to fit with the best. Bob Cole is in the house. Howdy. Moved my little giant after a hatch, had some water under it. Is styrofoam leaking a bit, or is that condensation? I don't know. I would have to be there. But if it shouldn't be. Most likely it's leaking. If not, then it's definitely not well insulated, which is still going to give you issues. So that's definitely something that you'll need to address before you start hatching anymore. You definitely shouldn't have that much, barely any, underneath it. Lorraine says, we ordered the wild. Thank you very much for letting me know. Good luck. C-Mex says, Myshire Farm, have you done a video yet of comparing standards versus jumbo side by side eggs too? Also seeing the carcass after processing to show just how much meat, ounces for each. If not, can you? That is on the list. It's probably not going to be for a couple weeks. I do already have a video on the differences on jumbo versus standard. If you type into the YouTube search bar, jumbo versus standard by Myshire Farm, a few different videos will show up. I do think that in those videos, I know you see the egg size difference. I also know that you see the live bird difference. You don't see the butchered side, and we won't be butchering for about 6 to 7 weeks. So that video will take a while before I can get to it. But it is on the list. No one's talking to me. I gotta... Deb says, so I should just split up my 18 quail evenly across. Oh, we already answered that one. CMEX says, Myshire Farm, I've heard from others that something about the incubation process can affect female male. Their explanations seem legit, but never seen that before. Something you've ever heard? Yeah, supposedly if you run a higher temperature, you'll get more males and less females. If you run a lower temperature, you'll get more females and less males, or vice versa. I don't remember. Anyways, really all you're doing is killing them off in the egg. And there's absolutely, it's hogwash. Hogwash that you can determine the sex of a quail by temp, or by humidity, or by the size of the egg, or by the shape of the egg. If that was the case, hatcheries would never sell males. We would never have any extra males ever. So that's not a thing, unfortunately. I wish it was. That'd be awesome. Clifton Buck says, good evening from South Mississippi. Heard flies mentioned earlier. Did you say you're doing a video on them, or do you have any suggestions? I am. I've actually already did the video, so it's getting posted this week. It's actually on my YouTube channel now. It's just private. I got to make it public. And I think I'll be doing that on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. I have to look. But yeah, fly prevention will be coming this week. Linda Easton Waller's in the house from Sacramento. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Ryu Cat 317 says, weird question, but if I buy a camping ticket for Quail Con, do I need a tent, or can I just sleep in the SUV? You can sleep however you want to sleep. I ain't going to tell you what to do. Aaron Dutt says, yeah, whatever you want to do, that's up to you. Aaron Dutt says, building a fridge incubator, is it best to put the fresh air intake down low, close to the heater so it warms up, or up towards the top? We've always put ours up towards the top. I don't know if it would be better to the bottom, but it makes sense, and other people that have done it before us have always done the top, so that's what we've always done. Our last one we actually put in the middle, and I think that works better. And we get better results out of it, but that might not have anything to do with it. Sorry. I mean, that's what we do, but I'm not saying that that's the best scenario. I don't know. We've never had one at the bottom. Loretta says, I was so happy to use a method someone mentioned here. I put my 3 quail in a gerbil cage I had, and about 2 inches of warm water and some rough rocks. All poop balls were gone within 2 hours. Very cool. So when Tara says hello to everyone from Gilroy, California, listening before we leave for a Father's Day dinner, we will have to watch the replay. I hope everyone is doing well. Absolutely. Linda Easton Waller just joined us. She'll be speaking at Quail Con. So will So and Tear. So that's very exciting. So come to check them out as well. Egg Got Bait says, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Absolutely. We really do have some really good videos coming your way this week. We've got fly prevention. We got a Govee video. We've got the Brencia review, and all about the colors. Like, we're going to be blowing up on YouTube this week. And as soon as Maggie has her puppies, I'm going to be posting puppy videos and birthing videos and all. I don't know. I don't know. I might just walk around with my camera all day. I don't know what we'll do. So you don't want to miss it. So make sure you do subscribe. Vase Place says, thumbs up, everybody. Show Zach some appreciation. Absolutely. If we could try to get to 100 likes before I get off here, I would greatly appreciate it. If you could hit the like button, support the channel, that helps the channel grow. Makes me feel like I'm doing something special, and I would appreciate it. Aaron says 23 out of the 25 hatched out of the jumbo mix. Now that is what I like to see. Awesome job, jumbo mix. Let's see. Aaron Dutt, you did a great job. Congratulations. Thanks for letting me know. And man, you did great. Had an issue where the wing broke on a bird at 3 weeks old trying to weigh it. Neighbor had the same issue with 2 of his birds. Suggestions. I mean, it could be a feed issue. It could just be bad luck. It could be. I mean, if it was only one, would you say you hatched out 23 out of 25, and one of them, I wouldn't worry about it, to be honest with you. If a lot of them had issues like that, then the first thing we would look at would be feed. The second would be environment. Third would be genetics, but with one of them, I wouldn't even waste my time on it. I think it was just a fluke. Charlotte Brown's in the house. Welcome, glad you're here. LH says, hi, our first order of 25 jumbo mix went on lockdown today. What would we get if the different colors in the mix were bred together? More of the same 4 colors mixes, these colors. Yeah, pretty much more of the same. You'd eventually start getting Egyptian white wing, Egyptian tuxedo, wild tuxedo, but all variations of the same. Bob Cole says, click the like button before you go. Absolutely, I appreciate the support. No one's talking to me. Balderdash. I think I did say that. Balderdash. I think I did. Hey, it's a fun word. Maria says, from 38 eggs hatched of jumbo white, only 15 have jumbo size. What am I doing wrong? Most likely that's a feed issue. I'd increase your protein amount, put them on it for an extra 2 weeks longer than what you were planning on doing, and that will help you out. As far as the jumbo whites, I think we're at like a 98% of making weight at 8 weeks old. Jumbo wilds were at 99. Egyptians were at 97. White wings were at like 99.9. Like, I'm almost willing to say 100%. So I would assume it's a hatch issue. Or it could be that they're maybe a little overcrowded, like it's too hot and they needed some extra room. That could be the case as well. CMEX says, I keep eyeballing the cabinet incubator. I went to build one, but not sure I have the techie needs for that. We do have that on the list. Looks like we'll be doing that before Quail Con, as far as how to put how to build a cabinet incubator. So we're starting to look at making time for that. So that should be a video that will be coming next couple of months as well. Foster Farms is in the house. Welcome. Marie says, also, I processed my first 14 quail. I watched Jasmine's video to do it. She did an awesome job explaining it. She should do more videos. She is a farmer. Like, her having time, I mean, she's as busy as I am. So finding time to do videos is almost impossible, I can tell you that. But yeah, she did do a fantastic job. Her and Linda did a fantastic job on Quail University. And I can't wait to work on more stuff with them. Louise says, are stacking cages mainly for indoor, hutches for outdoor? Yeah, for the most part. You can use the stacking cages for outside. You would have to predator proof them a little bit more, but yeah, I would say that that's pretty accurate of what to say. Joshua Hill says, can my quail survive in my garage? The temps here in Texas are high 90s, low hundreds, but the garage is hotter inside. Will they be too stressed to lay eggs? Nope, they don't really mind that too much at all, as long as there's circulation and some fans. If you can leave the door open. What we did was, when we were in our 2-car garage building our business, we framed up, a big square for the door. And then we put 1/4-inch wire all the way over it, so like birds and animals can't get in. We left the door open so that there was a breeze, and then we had a fan in the back so it was circulating, and that did great. So you might want to think about that. But yeah, they should be fine. Foster Farm says, yes, please, for fly prevention. I already did the video. It is coming this week. I think you guys are going to like it. Some of it's self-explanatory. Some of it might be something you haven't heard before. But when you have about 3 to 4 to 5 to 6,000 quail, you pretty much have a quail farm, or a fly farm as well. I mean, it can get really, really bad. So we've learned some helpful things along the way that we'll be passing on this week. CMEX says, seriously, fly prevention, they're swarming and I have 3 traps up already. I hear you. It's coming. It's coming. Foster Farm says, Zach, thank you for the time on the Zoom call. Your advice is working. Woo woo. And Dan says, hi. Well, welcome. Glad you're here. And hello to both of you, including Dan. Foster Farms was at Quail Con last year, and they wanted to start their business of quail raising and selling eggs and meat and things like that. And I can't remember the last time I saw an up-and-comer more than Foster Farms. I mean, they are, everything that they are doing, it's like gold. They're hitting all of their numbers. They're exceeding expectations. They're doing a fantastic job. They're part of Quail University. They took the course. They actually signed up for one of our Zoom calls. We had a Foster Farms and I had a Zoom one-on-one this past week. Gave them some more pointers and you know, bounced some ideas off of each other. And they are just, I cannot tell you how rewarding it is to see someone really succeed and take the advice to heart and really just go after it. It's really, really cool. There's a story about, you know, let's say you were in Taekwondo, right, or karate. People know karate more. And you start off with a white belt. Like, if you sign up for the class, you automatically get a white belt. You don't have to do anything else. You just sign up for the class and show up the first time. You get a white belt. And so this guy did that. And there was a black belt, which is the highest belt. I mean, you can have different degrees of black belt, but it was a black belt. And he walked over and he said, I want to be a black belt. And he didn't have his belt on yet. And he said, well, what belt are you? He said, oh, I'm white. And he said, well, that's the hardest belt to get. And he goes, no, I want to be a black belt. And he said, yeah, all you got to do is show up consistently for that. And we'll teach you how to be a black belt. The white belt's the hard one because you just got to start. And Foster Farms, you know, they started and they have just pedaled to the metal, but doing things right as well. They're just not growing exponentially and just haphazardly. They're doing it on purpose, on paper, for a reason. And I can't say enough good things about how Foster Farms is doing. I'm very happy about it. Ryu Cut 317 says, what can I supplement for protein for chicks? I do not have access to game starter or turkey starter. I have a crumble feed of 25%. Even at feed mills, there are not many options for crumble. I mean, you can do it. You know, you said they didn't have a turkey starter. You can do a broiler starter. Anything that's, I mean, 25% still in the okay range for starter grower. I really wouldn't recommend supplementing your feed for the chicks. They need to be able to process things, and if you start, you know, supplementing with black soldier flies or you know, fly larvae or anything like that, it's not going to process well. So you really want to wait until about they're 3 weeks old to supplement for protein. I just wouldn't recommend it. I think you'll have more chick loss than growth in that aspect. But you're still in that range. It's recommended between 25 and 30% protein for the first 8 weeks. So once they hit 3 weeks old, you can start supplementing for protein and you can be fine. But I wouldn't do it until they're at least 3 weeks old. That's a great question. But I wouldn't do it till then. CMEX says, oh, the cabinet incubator DIY video, looking forward to it. It is now officially, we've been talking about it for over a year, but it is officially on my to-do list. So that's exciting. Lorraine says, is medicated crumble okay for newly hatched chicks? Yep. Not going to hurt them at all. Foster Farm says, I hit the like button 10 times. Well, don't hit it 10 times because every second time it takes it off. So just a one-time like. If you can, hit the like button, support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Carrie says, tips on fly control. That video will be coming out this week. It's short. I think it's only, I can't remember. I think it's like 3 to 5 minutes long. Like, it's really not long. I literally go through things that you can do, steps that you can take, and get off. So it should be a very good video for everybody. Johnny Newbie's in the house. 26 out of the 56 hatched first hatch of jumbo mix. Congratulations, 26 out of 50 jumbo mix ordered. Not bad at all. Thanks for letting me know, and good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Chad is in the house. I'm late jumbo Egyptian and lockdown today. Well, good luck. I wish you all the best. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Chad says, hi, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. We're back on track. I missed the last 2 Sundays out of town on my son's birthday. But we're back on track. I've got a lot of stuff going on. We're almost at the end of the comments. So if you have any questions left, feel free to ask. We'll be happy to help out. If not, I'm going to do some announcements at the end. And then we'll get out of here. Dane says, I'm thinking of building a chest-style incubator with 2 egg turners side by side instead of stacked, so the eggs will all be on the same level and the chicks can all hatch together. What do you think? I think it sounds great. I think it's worth a shot. Chad says, are there any good pre-made lockdown boxes? I mean, GQF has amazing lockdown boxes, but they come pre-assembled. I mean, it's a lockdown. As far as like finding a DIY box to make a lockdown, I don't know. Joshua Hill says, I look forward to the cabinet incubator build video. There are not a ton of good videos online, but I'm getting ready to try to build my own when the parts come in. Absolutely. Maria says, by the way, happy Father's Day. Thank you very much. Joshua Hill says, so once I make the sex links for the jumbos and Egyptians, once I breed the sex links, will they always produce sex links? That cage will, their offspring will not. You need the roux male over the hen. So, you put Egyptian males with wild hens, they create sex links, which means by the day they hatch out, male from female. But they hatch out opposite of what you need. They hatch out Egyptian females and wild males. I do have plenty of videos on that. If you go to our playlist called All About the Colors, there is how to create sex-linked, how to hatch out sex-linked, and plenty of videos of that go in-depth and much slower and repetitive so that it helps understand. But once you put the Egyptian males and the wild females together, they hatch out opposite of what you need. So you would have to put those together, hatch those out, and then put those together again. However, the Egyptian males and the wild females that you have will always hatch out sex links. Always, always, always. 100%. John F. says, a few of our boys should probably go to the freezer camp. Absolutely. Delani Cummins says, call me D. I'm new to quail and have the jumbo whites. I want something different. What would you suggest? If you're looking for jumbos, I really like the jumbo white wings. They're a lot of fun. They're huge. They're feather sexable. If you're looking for like a fun color, the Cosmos, the Pearls, or the Pansy Fees would be, they're amazing. They're absolutely gorgeous. The Cosmos are by far my favorite color. Pansy Fees is my second. But the Pearls are a classic rare color. They're an amazing color. So if you want to go with jumbo for size, I would go with the white wings. They'll give you a lot of fun stuff, and it's a cool color. If you want to go with more egg production and a really fun color, I would go with Cosmos, Pearls, or Pansy Fees. And all of those are about a week out. It's a great question. 120 of the jumbo mix went into lockdown today. Well, good luck, Billy. I wish you all the best, and obviously keep me posted on the hatch. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. C-Mex says the white wings are really pretty. Absolutely. I think that is all of the questions, so I am going to go through a couple of announcements. I will wait and see if we have any more questions, then we'll get out of here. It's been about an hour, so we're not doing too bad. So Quail Con convention is September 3rd and 4th, I do believe. All the information is on our website, myshirefarm.com. There's a tab that says Quail Con 2023. You do not want to miss it. Well, I don't want to say that yet. There's a lot of things I haven't mentioned yet, but there's a lot of things I have. You can type into the YouTube search bar, Quail Con 2023 by Myshire Farm. Our video will show up with all the speakers, master classes, workshops, tours, and I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to be off the hook. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm very, very excited about it. I hope you can check it out. I hope you can come. You won't want to miss it. I can promise you that. I'll guarantee it, in fact. And then Quail University. If you are new to Quail, we had quite a bit of new people tonight. Make sure you check out Quail University. In fact, if you type into the YouTube search bar Quail University by Myshire Farm, a video will show up that gives you details, instructions, gives you previews, it gives you, information on how to set up and where to go and the link and all that. And it's been fantastic. We've literally had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people take the class so far. We have 100%, that's right, out of all the hundreds of people that's taken the class so far, 100% review from customers, which is fantastic. We're getting amazing reviews. It's really helping a lot of people. There's spreadsheets and there's worksheets you can print out. There's extra stuff that we bring out weekly. There's new classes that we bring out all the time. You can sign up for a one-on-one or a small group setting with myself or Jasmine from Time and Timber, which is also a co-host of Quail University. We're going to be adding on to that for Quail for Profit, genetics, housing, do-it-yourself. I mean, there's so much that we're going to be doing. Make sure you help us out, learn some stuff along the way, be a part of the community, and check that out. I got a couple more questions and then we'll get out of here. Jay says, hi Zach, my perennial question is, any update on shipping to Canada? Not right now, unfortunately. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put that on my list. I have not called on international shipping probably since like November of last year. So it would be worth for me to make the phone call again to see where we're at. It's usually just a massive runaround, but AI seems to be doing very well this year. They're not as scared of that, so they might be opening it up. I will check on that. Excuse me. Shelly says, do your jumbo egg cartons fit the jumbo white wing eggs? About 80% of them do, but not all. Chad says, can you clarify your answer about lockdown box? I want a lockdown box only. I can go from 3 incubators. Yeah, absolutely. So Brencia, which is Brencia.com, you can use the coupon code MyShire and get 10% off. But they have just lockdown cabinets, and then GQF, which is currently what we use. I don't have a discount code for you there, but that's currently what we use. So we have 3 GQF incubators, and then we have a GQF lockdown as well as a do-it-yourself lockdown that literally holds like 6,000 eggs, 7,000 eggs. Yeah, you can buy just a lockdown, absolutely. I was thinking you were talking about getting a box to make your own lockdown. Brencia or GQF will have just lockdowns. In fact, you can go to their websites, Brencia.com, or GQF is a little different. It's GQF something. I don't remember. You'd have to Google GQF and then that website will pop up. But this one's Brencia.com. But even if you go onto Amazon and just put egg cabinet lockdown, then there's going to give you, you might get a couple generic and cheap ones or whatever, but Brencia and GQF are fantastic. And that's what I would recommend checking into. Because if you are going to just buy a lockdown, you need to buy a nice one. You need to buy a good one. Smallholder homesteads in the house. I miss hearing quail around my house. Hey, we can help you out with that. So we've got live quail coming on the website in about a week and a half. So we can always send you some. Louis says jumbo brown versus white, pros and cons. The jumbo brown are going to be feather sexable. They're going to be a little bit larger. Would be the pros. And then the pros for the whites would be they clean up nicer when you butcher. They just look nicer when you butcher. They'll be more productive for you, and they lay larger eggs. So the jumbo browns versus the whites, the browns will be larger in size, but the whites will lay larger eggs. The browns are feather sexable, the whites are not. However, they will produce more eggs a year for you and have larger eggs. So it really just depends, and then when you butcher, you can have a little bit more meat or they can look cleaner. So, you can't go wrong. CMEX says, Quail U is good stuff, guys. Well worth the cost. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Zoo Florida says, so if I mate male jumbo brown with female jumbo white, I would need to breed those offspring to get sex. No, you can't get sex links with whites. You can only do it with the Roux gene. So you would need Egyptian males over wild hens to create sex links. No whites. You can't have white in it. Johnny's, and again, I've got videos on that. If you go to our playlist options on our YouTube channel, there's a playlist called All About the Colors. In that playlist, there is how to create sex links, how to hatch sex. There's a lot of videos on there. So that will go in more depth about it, but no white. You need Egyptian male, which is the Roux dilute of the wild. It's the redhead. You need the Roux dilute male over what it would be without the Roux as the hen, and that will create sex links for you every time. Smallholder Homestead says my incubator's junk, or I'd buy some right now. LOL. There you go. Well, we do guarantee a 50% hatch rate. Jay says, thanks, Zach. I'm really enjoying for some of your. I'm really jonesing for some of your color varieties. I hear you. I did put it on my list, international shipping. We'll see what they say. Last year it was completely a AI thing. Absolutely not. Don't even talk to me. But this year AI has not been bad at all. Knock on wood. We'll see what they say. It'd be fun. I enjoy it. Psycho Ward 360 says I love quail cults. There you go. And happy Father's Day to you, sir. Chad Fulmer says thank you. Not a problem. Glad we could help. Vase Place says which incubator is that behind you? That is a Brincia. I don't remember. I don't even know where the box. I think Jenna threw the box away. It's a Brincia. I'll have it on the video when I post it. Josh Will says thank you for everything, Zach. I'm really hoping to come to Quail Con and meeting y'all. We'd love to have you, and hopefully you can make it. Johnny Newbie says thanks. Not a problem. Vase Place says thumbs up. Everybody, absolutely support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. That is everything for tonight, guys. So thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. A lot of good questions, a lot of good camaraderie tonight. I appreciate that. We've got a ton of videos coming your way. I mean a ton. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You will not want to miss it. There's a lot of good videos that's going to help everybody. Fly prevention, govies, incubator reviews, all about the colors, and so much more. Quail Con, Quail University. We're just giving you all this information for free. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You will not want to miss it. And I appreciate everybody showing up. Michael says, hey everyone, my quail started to hatch yesterday. So far 37 out of 50. Not bad. Keep me posted on the final hatch, but that's great numbers. CMEX says, thank you for your time, Zach and others. Absolutely. Loretta says, thanks and happy Father's Day. You as well. Zoo Florida says, thank you. Not a problem. Nana's Nerd says, educate the newbie. What is sex-linked? Sex-linked is when they hatch out, on day one, male from female, because they hatch out two different colors, and it's 100%. So if you hatch out Egyptian, or if you put Egyptian males with wild hens, they'll hatch out. The red one, the light red that hatches out will be hens. The dark brown will be males. And you know on day one, so you can either sell the males, you can get rid of them, you can call them and give them to a falconer or a reptile person or whatever the case may be, and not raise those males to help on cost and price. I've got a lot of videos on it. If you type into the YouTube search bar sex links by Myshire Farm. Now, if you're going to type that in, into the YouTube search bar, you have to put by Myshire Farm. Otherwise, you're going to go places you do not want to go. So sex links by Myshire Farm. Otherwise, I'll see you some other time. Witch Doctor says good night, everyone. Absolutely, you as well. Have a great night, everybody. You too, Zach. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Happy Father's Day, y'all. Absolutely, you as well. Foster Farm says good night, all. Absolutely. And Vegas Place says blessings and happy Father's Day to all father figures. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night. We've got a lot of videos coming your way. Subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.